tis I. With me. Welcome to my bedroom. Everything is a mess right now, and I'm not setting up. Okay, what am I doing? I'm fixing some things. That's what we're doing. And I was watching some YouTube. I found a new YouTuber that I'm really liking. She's a fashion influencer. Like, that's her job. Adriana Drama. I'm really liking her content. She wears a lot of micro shorts, and I love the micro short. And I have these Marc Jacobs. They're like my only designer pair of shorts that I got in LA, and they actually have an itty bitty hole in them. I know. That's what happens when you buy vintage. They're also covered in cat hair because they've been sitting in my fix pile, and my fix pile is where my cat sleeps. So I'm gonna fix them up, and hopefully we don't have any more holes. But once I fix this up, I will prove to myself that even if there's a hole, it's not a problem. I don't really know stitches, but if something is broken, I can put it back together. That's what I'll say. My dad is also really great at fixing things. He's an amazing fixer. He loves to 3D print things, and so he loves to improve things with his 3D printer. But if there's anything broken, my dad will fix it. Like, we'll go on vacation and he'll be like, this hinge on this bathroom door cabinet is not working well, and he'll grab his toolbox and he'll fix it. So he also taught me how to mend clothing, because he mends things for my mom. I love these shorts. I wore them when I needed these shorts. These shorts actually like saved the day, because we were walking around Venice, and when we left earlier in the day, it was not chilly, but a bit of a nip in the air, and we walked from Santa Monica to Venice. So it's a decent walk. And by the time we got to Venice, I was boiling my booty. I was so hot, and I needed a pair of shorts. But I'm very particular about shorts. They have to be comfy, they have to be, there's a lot of things that make a perfect short. I don't wear many shorts. And these were in the Halloween rack. I was like, I must have these. These actually remind me of what Adriana Drama. Is that right? I don't know. That's, I think, the TikTok thing. I don't have TikTok. We're halfway there. Doesn't look amazing, but it's better than having a hole in your shorts. Okay guys, I finished it. Oh, it's holding my breath. Also, how adorable is this little pin cushion that I made? These are little pins that I got from my Oma. These are my Oma's pins. And then I made this little pin cushion. Cute. Little strawberry. As you can see, it's not the best job in the world, but it's gonna work. And because it's so crazy, like all these colors, you're not gonna notice. Let me see when I hold it up. Can I even tell where the... Okay, like I can see where the hole is. Like I can see, like I can tell, but that's because I know what I'm looking for. These are now fixed, and I can style them. Yay. Very happy I fixed those. Can you tell that I was sick? No, I don't do a lot of coke. I was just really sick, and so my nose is unfortunately kind of raw right now. Oh, sorry. Okay, anyway, next. I showed you in the last video that I bought a new Lego set, and I finished it yesterday. How beautiful! It's got butterflies and flowers, little watering can. Get into it. I'm gonna start with this Jessica hat that I got at the vintage store a little bit ago, and it's got a big hole in it, as you can see. And it appears like someone has kind of hand stitched it themselves to fix it. Unfortunately, didn't do the best job in the world, so I'm going to go over it and fix it myself. Yeah, but let's start with the first question. So do I have a thrifting strategy, or do I go with the flow? I'd say go with the flow, but I usually, when I go into the thrift store, I like to have a couple things in my head that I'm kind of taking a peek for. If I really have a free day, so this is how I used to do it. I just kind of shop and just see what happens and, whatever. but now I just don't have the time to do that. So I'm usually kind of having a couple items in mind that I would love to find and that would make me really happy. Do I prefer vintage shops or thrift stores? Okay, so a vintage shop is really nice when you're looking for, like, you want a curated selection. And I love my local vintage shop. I'm like friends with them, and I really enjoy going in and spending time with these ladies. So I would say for that reason, I really enjoy the vintage store. But in terms of cost and like finding a bargain, then I'm gonna say I much prefer, you know, like a Value Village or a Goodwill. I also think it's really exciting when you find something at a Value Village or Goodwill, because it's like, oh wow, you know, I did what the thrift store or what the vintage store does in their curation process, and I found this for myself. Am I a morning person or a night owl? I'm becoming more of a morning person. I find when I get sleepy, I'm like, there's no getting through to me. At Sleepy Town, like, don't bother. And I go to bed around, like, I'd like to go to bed before 11 p.m., to be honest. After 11, that feels late for me. A favorite way to relax after a busy day. Lately, I've been really liking Lego if I'm not crocheting. And then other than that, of course, crochet. I always crochet to kind of wind down for my evening. And sometimes I like recording a YouTube video. Sometimes that's how I wind down, have a little bit of fun, kind of get my energy up for the evening. What's a hobby you'd love to learn besides crochet? I'd really love to learn how to use a sewing machine and make my own clothes. I have a sewing machine. I probably need to take it in to get fixed because there's something wrong with it and I can't figure it out. I'm just really not great at following patterns and stuff like that. When I craft, I like to just kind of go off on my own. And I know that sewing is very, like, you got to follow the pattern, and I kind of struggle with that, which is, I think, one of the reasons I haven't really tried to pick it up yet. Really feel like all of those folks who are, you know, doing that, like, that is such an awesome hobby, and I'm really jealous. Like, how does it feel to be God's favorite? Have you ever thrifted yarn or crochet tools? I've definitely thrifted yarn before. When I was first starting out, I basically only used thrifted yarn. Now I'm kind of particular about the yarn I like. I'm kind of a yarn brat. No, I'm just kidding. I just prefer cotton. I have, like, there are just a lot of sensory things that I really don't like. So I have to stick with cotton, or else I'm not going to crochet with a yarn that, like, gives me, like, the uncomfortable buzzy, like, feeling. Do y'all know what I'm saying? And it's just this, like, this is the yarn I gotta use. Anyway, I don't make the rules. My go-to outfit when I'm in a rush. If I'm in a rush, it's literally what I'm wearing right now. These are my favorite thrifted vintage cotton pants, and then oversized t-shirt and oversized sweater. Vintage or modern? Guys, is that a question? Vintage. How did I get into crochet? Okay, this is kind of a fun question. So my Oma taught me. That's my mom's mom, and Oma is like Dutch for grandmother or grandma or nana. So my Oma taught me. So my Oma taught me when I was in grade 7, I want to say, and I made a little wonky scarf. And then I got a little bit more into knitting, and then I didn't really pick it up until I was in high school again, and then my Oma kind of re-showed me, and I would knit in high school. I'd knit in the back of class. I was so lame. No, honestly, no, not lame. Good for me. I would do the lesson early, and then I would just sit in class and knit and just kind of, like, enjoy the vibes. Then in 2020, I really got back into crochet, and at this point my Oma has passed, so I kind of turned to YouTube videos to reintroduce me back into crochet, and that was really, really helpful. And with the muscle memory of my Oma teaching me, I found that I really picked it up quite quickly. Do I crochet more for myself or others? I crochet more for myself. I should crochet more for others, but I like to crochet people gifts every once in a while. Like, I made my mom a cardigan for Christmas, and my sister a purse, and like a hat and some things. And when I worked in a diabetes center, I crocheted everyone in the center hats. So I do really like crocheting for other people, but sometimes I really love crocheting dresses, and I don't wear every dress that I crochet. Like, I wear every dress I crochet at least once, but I don't necessarily have them as regular dresses, but I really enjoy making a dress So I do crochet a lot for myself, but I do want to crochet more for other people. What's my favorite thing to make with crochet? Probably dresses. Cardigans take a really long time, but it's really satisfying. I think a beanie is also really satisfying because it makes my heart smile when I crochet someone a beanie and then they wear it all the time. I have a friend who really loves to wear one of the beanies I've crocheted her, and that makes my heart really, really, really happy. What's the longest crochet project I've ever worked on? Well, when I was first starting, it took me a month to crochet a like duvet cover for my bed, just with like big thick yarn. So as you can see, this is a very long dress. It's very heavy. It's with a size 5 yarn basically. There's a lot of volume in the bottom, and I crocheted this for my birthday, and it just gets bigger and bigger as the dress goes down. So this dress took a really long time. I want to say it took at least 2 months. Ever struggled with creative burnout? Definitely. Definitely. There are times I'll finish a project and I'll just stare at my yarn pile and I'll just be like, I don't know what I'm going to crochet next. And I have to say, I really feel uncomfortable when I'm in that period. I don't like not knowing what I'm going to crochet next or not having a clear idea. When I have an idea about what I want to make, I feel inspired, I feel invigorated. But when I'm in that kind of limbo period where I'm like, ooh, what am I going to make next? And I don't really know. Yeah, I definitely feel that. I usually just, like I said, sit by the yarn pile until something strikes me. Sometimes I like to go on Pinterest and kind of look for inspiration or ideas. That's usually what I do. But I finished sewing this hat. Look, I know, it looks rough. Looks rough, but there isn't a hole anymore. So now I can wear this hat again. So I'm probably gonna wear this out today when we're running our errands because it's like a winter bucket hat and I like a little winter bucket hat. The thing is, it's starting to come apart here. So I'm just gonna quickly mend that. Fashion X. Fast fashion is my fashion ick. So this I got for after surgery. It's just a flannel. I don't own any flannels. And someone has sewed it smaller and I want it to be oversized. Have I ever felt insecure about my style and how do I overcome it? I think definitely that's true. I have a lot of very fashionable friends. All of the ladies I know are just absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, incredible women, and sometimes it can feel hard not to feel insecure. I've been an insecure person my whole life, I think, especially in high school and whatnot, and I'm really only just now kind of coming into my own and learning how to be confident in myself and like the choices I make. And I would say for a long time I really didn't have a lot of self-confidence, but now I find that when I stay true to myself and like what makes me happy, I have a much better chance of feeling authentic in the clothes that I'm wearing and then also feeling confident. And it's hard to be insecure when you feel like you're doing, I don't know, like when it feels right. Okay, what scares you the most about putting yourself out there on YouTube? Okay, well, there's a lot of things. One is that someone I know finds it and just like, I don't know, like makes fun of me, I guess. I feel like that's so lame. Like, I'm scared to be bullied. I don't know. I feel like it's valid though. Like, people can be mean on the internet, and so it's hard to put yourself out there because sometimes the reception can be like negative or it can just go to the wrong people. And I think that's the scariest thing about being on YouTube is just hoping and praying that the girlies find you and not like creepy middle-aged men, you know? And I kind of wanted to open the armpit of this and make it a little bit wider, but I'm a little bit concerned about my ability. You know, I'm just gonna snip it. I have an idea. Okay, what is something I'm proud of myself? I'm proud of myself for finishing nursing school. For a long time I was like, I hate this. I don't want to do this. And I really didn't think I was gonna finish, but I did, and I graduated, and I'm very proud of myself for pulling that shit off because it wasn't easy, and it was a long road to get where I got. Do you ever feel pressure to be perfect on camera? I mean, definitely. Everyone has their insecurities. I have many. But I think I'm just trying to be like, I don't know, whatever. I don't even, it's like, yeah, so my chin doesn't look great. Like, big whoop, you know, whatever. So, like, my pooch is out. I don't know. You know what gets me? Is that, like, when someone who I love in my life will get, like, oh, I need my like stomach to be flat. Like I need to like suck in my, and it's like, oh my god, you don't need to suck in all the time. Like having a pooch is totally fine. And so I think I feel so strongly about that now, and that it's like your body is your body. You should just like respect your body for being alive and all the things it can do for you. And like I just hate that women are made, like women and men are made to feel that they have to like be constantly at war with their bodies because of societal pressures. Like that just makes me sad. Nobody's perfect, so I can never be perfect on camera, and trying to maintain or attain perfection on camera is just never gonna happen. So I think it's kind of a waste of my energy. If I've got like snot running down my nose, I'm gonna try to adjust that, of course. But oh no! Fuck! You ever do that where you're sewing and you just absolutely lose what you're working on? Okay. What does crochet mean to you beyond just a hobby? Crochet is a form of self-care, and it's a form of mental, you know, relaxation for me, and it's a part of my mental health journey. Welcome back to what I call my little studio space. I'm just here in my jammies, and I'm going to show you the results of what I just mended and style them, or show you how I'm going to wear them. So let's do that. 3, 2, 1. All right. This is very simple. I just mended or undid the extra seams or like cinched seams that someone put in on this flannel. It's just a cotton flannel. Here's how I would style it. Very casual, just threw my jean jacket on and my matching vintage hat. The flannel works because this is also flannel. I know it's flannel on flannel. I think it's fine. Just like a running errands look. But I'm glad I have a flannel in my collection now because I didn't have one before and now I have one. So, flannels! Okay, let's go to the next. Shall I hop into it? Is that fun? Should I kind of do like transitions for all of these ones? Okay, here we go. I'm going to hop into this one. I got to keep the girls down. This is got a pocket. Here's the pocket. I just mended, as you saw, the little top of this, and it's just, you know, a sleepy recovery gown. Very cute. Very comfortable. I love the pattern. I love the pocket. I love the yellow. I love the green. What's not to love? Okay. Let's go into the next fit. I'm going to twirl into this fit. Whoa. Getting dizzy. All right. Here we are, guys. Here are the micro Marc Jacobs booty shorts. I got these bad boys in LA. And I love styling a booty short with an UGG. I think it's so fun. Love the UGG with this. Just paired it with a vintage little Gap PJ top. So again, we're in our PJs, but let me just dress it up all the way. Yellow in the yellow. Yes, from this angle, it's like, oh my god, where are her pants? Where are that Mrs. Pants? It's like, you know what? Get over it. Get over it. So my ass is out. You know? Am I going to wear this in public? In LA, I did. Now I feel a little more scared because this is my hometown. And am I ready to be cheeked up on a Tuesday, you know, in my hometown? I don't know. I'd be like, ooh. Here we go. This is the vintage Jessica hat that I fixed that, yes, I did a terrible job. But from the outside, it's perfect, and that's what mattered. We made it work, and then I paired it with this vintage Jessica jean dress. And this is also a vintage little long sleeve, little polyester long sleeve. Guys, this is just adorable. I feel precious. I always say that, adorable and precious. I've got to come up with some new vocabulary here. But very mom, very 90s mom, very kind of Phoebe vibes. Little toned down Phoebe. Here we go.
Wow, here we are. Yes, I know the overalls are kind of the star of the show, as well as my puf pufic, perfect little booties. But what we're actually looking at here is the undershirt. I simply cut and then sewed so that I have a little bit more wiggle room for my arms now, and I feel very comfortable. I love how the frill just pops out of the overall to give it an extra feminine little vibe. So perfect for the garden. It's also very cute to layer a little top underneath. And this feels very cute, very farmer chic. That's what this looks. I love the frill. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. I'm really happy with how these pieces turned out. I've been adding to this collection for a couple weeks slash months now, and I'm really glad I finally got all of these pieces finished off so I can wear them and style them again. Thanks so much for sticking around and hanging out with me. I hope you have an amazing rest of your morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Have the best day or night, guys. See you later.